Hey, Cheeky.
Hi, good morning, and welcome to my kitchen. I will be making ackee and codfish this morning. It's actually one of the version of the ackee and codfish how I make it.
Yeah.
So, but the one for today,
the original version,
is my original version. So I have scallion, I have salt pork, which I cut up already in.
How did you cut up the
pieces.
salt pork?
I wash it and cut it up. Actually, I'll show you what it looks like.
How big did you make them?
Huh?
How big did you make them?
Oh, this is about they're about 1.5 inches in length or 1.25 inches. You can cut them smaller, but I do them big so that, you know, it doesn't need to be small, but that's a nice size right there. I have onion. I have an onion. It's a big onion, which I cut up already. Black pepper, thyme, crushed pepper, and 2 cans of ackee. I'm doing 2 cans of ackee because we love this so much.
Yay!
So I'm making 2 cans of ackee.
Yay!
Right? And then the codfish, which I already boiled. Actually, I was supposed to make this before, but I boiled it yesterday and soak it and stuff in the salt, and then put it in the refrigerator till this morning. Actually, it's like very fresh. It's like very little salt in there.
Yeah.
You can do that. I have a little bit of salt to put in there, only because normally what I would do is when I boil the codfish, I would use the water from the codfish and pour it on the ackee when I drain it out in the strainer. And it's right here.
Oh.
But since I didn't do that yesterday, I'll add a little bit of salt to it, maybe just 2 grinds, we'll see. To it, just to give it that little flavor, the ackee, that flavor. Right?
Sea salt.
And that's the sea salt. This is the Mediterranean salt.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, but is it still called Mediterranean sea salt or Mediterranean salt?
It's Mediterranean salt mill, and it's all natural.
Natural.
It's mill from the salt. I'm gathering it's from the sea, Mediterranean Sea. I'm gonna assume that's what it is. And then let me show you. It's the salt pork. You buy the salt pork. What it actually looks like. 1 second. See the salt pork? This is what it actually looks like when you buy it. That's the salt pork, and I cut it. This actually was a big piece like this, and this I cut it, and I used the other piece which I cut up is over there, which is here. So this is what it actually looks like, and then you just slice it and cut it up, and then I'll save put away the rest in the refrigerator. You have to keep it in the refrigerator.
Oh.
Okay.
Where can you usually buy salt pork from?
And you can get that from your You can try your local supermarket. I got this from Compare because I'm in Long Island. Yeah. And so I got it from Compare, and from what I understand, Walbound sells it sometimes.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, for a great price on the ackee,
yeah,
I'm gonna say their name.
What's lava?
I actually got my ackee from Walmart, and it's Grace Ackee. And because I find that they have a really good price on the ackee. I got to give it to them. They do have a great price on it.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, on the ackee. So, and then my crushed pepper. Usually I get like usually you can either use like the dry thyme or you can use fresh thyme. The dry thyme, either one is fine. And the black pepper, you can use the ground black pepper. The crushed, you can use a Scotch bonnet.
Yeah.
But I'll show you those recipes next time. But for today, I'm putting this on here because my counter is nice and cleaned out with bleach. So, besides, we're the one that's eating it, not you. So, alright, I'm going to start by doing this now because I want it to drain. So, I'm going to open up the ackee.
I'm going to open up that.
Open the can.
Open the can.
There we go. So, you need a can opener. Open up the cans.
Whether it could be.
And then you're gonna use the portion that I use. You're gonna
Yeah.
Right now, this is for the 2 cans. Normally, if you're gonna do 1 can of ackee, just use half the portion. I'll put the recipe.
Oh, okay.
I'll put it right in also.
Yay!
Let me just see here. So basically, you would use 1 can of ackee. You use half of that. So you separate like the portion, use that much saw pork, you'll use that much scallion, you know, 2 instead of 4. You know, it's like basically double. This is a big onion. It's really like really big.
Yes.
Use half of that. It will be half of the codfish, half of that portion, and it'll be 1 tomato.
Oh, okay.
And then you'll just use, but because I'm double portion, I'm using 2 tomatoes.
Okay.
Yeah, so now, here we go.
With the tomatoes, does it depend on the kind of tomatoes? Or
yeah, right. It depends on if you use the plum tomatoes, then you could use 2 for one, for one to 1 can of ackee.
Yeah.
And if it's, or 4 for 2 cans of ackee. If you like a lot of tomato, add a little bit more. You can add maybe 1 to it. You don't want to put too much to overpower it with, you know, too much of the tomato.
Okay.
All right, so you're going to pour it in this strainer. I have this strainer right here. And then what I did was I use hot water. I don't like to run the cold water on it, not really. I like to use the hot water. So what I did was I already pre-boiled the water here. And then I'm going to take it and pour over the ackee. And that's what I would do if the codfish water from the codfish.
Yeah.
That's what I usually do. I usually save some of the water and shush over there, and then use it to do this. What I'm doing now.
Oh,
since I don't have that, and then I sit it and let it drain.
Okay.
Okay. But since I had help doing the codfish yesterday, kind of forgot about that. This thing back there, she was the one that forgot about that. So anyway, she's learning.
Yes.
So we'll put it in here and we just let it drain. See, and and the reason why I do it because in the can because it's a can ackee.
Yeah.
It's not fresh ackee. It's got a lot of the mushy in the can. So I like to wash it out to rinse it out so it's not like all like soupy, you know, kind of thing. So that's my reason for doing that.
Wow.
My reasons.
What does fresh ackee taste like?
Oh, it's just the same thing, and it looks this way. This is how it looks.
Wow.
But it's you know, the fresh ackee comes off the tree, you pick it and you clean it and you do a different thing, and then you have to, you know, it's a little more involved in doing it yourself like that. Since my kitchen space is small, you just want to put the stuff out of the way.
Okay.
So I'll just put that in my way for now. Now, the next thing, let me put this over here for a second. While that's draining, okay, we have this, let's move this over here. So it's run it over.
Okay.
Alright, we're going to do the tomato.
How are you cutting the tomato?
So yeah, just cut it in half. We're going to do them in cubes.
Oh, okay.
And I just clean up, take out the little stuff. There we go. Sometimes you have to go in there and do this. You don't always have that to do. These tomatoes are not as ripe as we would have liked them to be.
Yeah.
But they're okay. You know, I like them when they're nice and ripe and plump.
Yes. They're good like that.
Yeah. Okay, now. And I'm just going to put this here. Put this together. Actually going to cut up everything up. You can have... I'm doing this. So normally I would have the pot.
Yeah.
Pot. The Dutch pot. I have a Dutch pot over there, medium size Dutch pot. You're going to need a medium pot. Okay, so you do the tomato in cubes. Cube size. See? So you cut it in half, make it easier.
Yeah.
Slice, slice, slice. Cut, cut, and cut.
Dude, that's so gangsterly.
Slice, slice, slice. Cut, cut,
Woohoo.
I think I'm gonna get the pot start heating up.
I think so
Pork.
too.
Start frying the salt pork. And then, alright, let me finish this first. There. And
What does the salt pork do?
gives it a nice flavor. I love the flavor that it gives. That's just salt, my favorite. It's just my favorite. I really love that. This is the pot. Medium-sized Dutch pot. Or if you have a nice deep, you need a deep pot. I'm going to put it on. And then...
What temperature do you
Okay, I put it on high. Right now it's on high.
Yeah.
And I can't see that. What does that say right now?
It's high.
It's high, right?
Yeah.
I just know where the gauge goes. The knob is. Okay, and then we're going to take some olive oil.
Olive oil.
Yes. So, take the olive oil. We're going to put some olive oil in here. So this is going to be about, in this here, I would say like about a half a cup olive oil.
Oh,
in
okay.
here. You can always add a little more if you need it so it's nice and moist. You don't want it to be dry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we're going to let that get heated for a little. Once it gets heated, we're going to put the salt pork in there.
Okay.
And let that fry. Now you got to be careful with that because it pops.
Yes, it does.
That's pop. You farting over there.
No. It's a chair.
He's farting.
That's the chair.
Oh my God, you're farting.
That's the
Is that
chair.
a fart chair? It's farting.
How are you doing the scallion?
We're doing the scallion. Now we'll take the scallion and I'm cutting up the scallion. Just hold it together. You're going to do it in like this a little. Cut it up small. And you want to cut it small because if you do it big, it's not as easily chewed and digested.
Yeah.
So it's not easy to chew it, period. If you cut it up like this, it's nice, it's easy to chew it, and it's a much better taste. If not, it comes stringy in the mouth. So this is a better way to do it.
It sounds so crunchy.
Because it's fresh, and you want to get fresh scallions. There you go. Okay, so we got our scallion done, we got our onion, and now okay, so I think that's a little bit warm enough to use my spoon, which I wash, and I put it here to drain. It's nice. And you want to make sure that your spoon is dry, the pot is dry, because the water gets on the oil, it's going to pop and it's going to burn you.
Yeah, so
So now, this is hot. It's hot enough. You don't really need it to be like boiling hot because you don't want it to start popping. See? I'm going to put this in there. And what I do is, it's going to start frying. You're going to fry this until it's brown.
yeah.
Right? Because salt pork is starts to pop so much.
What happened?
Because the salt pork pops so much.
Yeah.
What I do is I put the cover on so it doesn't pop in your face. And let it stay there for a few minutes.
Yeah.
And while it's doing that,
Yeah.
we're going to take a station break.
Okay.
And we will be back
Okay.
after these messages.
Okay.